WHBC. This is Kenton's Morning News with Tam Cook.
Well, welcome back, everyone, and good Monday morning to you. And I'm really excited about this interview because it's been a few months since we had a chance to talk, and I keep seeing things come up out of the ground. So I wanted to get an update. And we have with us this morning Hall of Fame Resort and Entertainment CEO Michael Crawford. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. Thanks. How are you?
I'm good. Good to talk to you again.
Thank you.
I want to let folks know, for those who are obviously listening on the radio, that's awesome, but they can also catch us on our Facebook live feed if they want to do that. Also on Twitter at 1480 WHBC and our YouTube channel as well. So, boy, since the last time I talked to you, a lot of progress has happened and a lot of different things have occurred. We're seeing good progress over there. Maybe bring us up to date a little bit.
Well, at the Village, there's certainly a lot of progress. We have broken ground and actually continued to construct our Constellation Center for Excellence. That's going to be a fantastic new asset for the Village and should be completed by enshrinement. A big Jumbotron on the outside of it. You see the steel going up. Really exciting and great new tenants that are going to go in there. Programming, it'll be a place for excellence. No pun intended, but we'll have... It's intended to be a location for thought leadership and, a place where we can bring companies in to do great thing in sport and non-sport. And then, of course, we're completing our East End Zone, which I know a lot of folks have been anxiously awaiting for. We've tried to figure out the right design down there, and I think we have. We're doing a interactive social area. You see so many stadiums now doing that kind of space where people don't have to be locked into their seats for 2 or 3 hours for an event. They can socialize, they can have a drink, they can have some food, and of course they can enjoy the entertainment. And that's what we're going to be completing again before enshrinement. And then, the other big thing, you got to prepare to start to build. And so you see a lot of work being done on infrastructure in the site, roadway realignments, and stuff that probably isn't exciting for people, but you need to do it so you can start building buildings on top of it. So lots of great progress. I'm really looking forward to this summer, more things to come and buildings to be built, but good stuff so far.
Yeah, and utilizing the stadium for other things too, not just obviously Hall of Fame or the enshrinement, but there are other entities coming into town for entertainment and sports activities and things like that, right?
Well, that's always been the plan. That stadium is a fantastic asset and was purpose-built to be able to do multitude of different types of events, sports and non-sports, business meetings, weddings, conventions. So, before the pandemic hit, we had about 80 different events in that stadium. And a lot of people didn't really realize that because some were small. But yeah, we've signed a deal with the Women's Football Alliance. We're going to be hosting their championships there in July, which we're excited about. We're putting on a big music festival, Highway 77 Music Festival, the inaugural one of those. We intend to do that every year. 2 enshrinement events, kickoff to the NFL season, a lot of youth sports. For the past 3 weekends, it's been so exciting to see our National Youth Football and Sports Complex just full and very vibrant with activity. And so, excuse me, a lot of things to come. We've built a good list of events so far. And the good news is, as the health pandemic seems to be becoming a bit more under control and there's light at the end of the tunnel, I think people are really ready to get into these environments and enjoy themselves and be social again. I know I am.
Yeah, for sure. Me too. Talk a little bit too about the financial side of it, because you guys have taken some steps to solidify some things. And, that's always been a question. People wondered, is it going to make it? Are they going to be able to do this? And so share with our listeners a little bit of what's been done.
It's been the question, right? Since I've been here for a couple of years, it's the question I always get asked. When we went public in July of last year, you probably couldn't have imagined a worse time to go public. No. But we knew we needed access to the equity markets. And we knew we also had a great strategic plan and a plan and a game plan that people could understand. Since that time, we've raised over $100 million of new equity into the company, including the merger, of course, with Gordon Point. What that allows us to do is stabilize and start to really build and execute and bring on great talent. We've hired a lot of new team members that really have great experience in sport, great experience with public companies. And I'm really proud of the work that they've been doing, signing new deals and sponsorships. And we're getting ready to launch a very unique fantasy football league over the next football season, which we're excited about. But more importantly, back to your point about financing, it's allowed us to have the right equity in the company to finish raising the necessary capital that we need and finalize, the construction loan. We're trying to do that right now.
And you mentioned the fantasy football. That brings me to the topic of sports betting. And I talk to Kirk Schuring every Monday morning, and we talk sports betting all the time about how Ohio, we got to get them into the 21st century and legalize it. So you guys are you going to foray into sports betting? I mean, what's the connection there?
Well, look, sports and entertainment are sort of synonymous these days with sports betting. And Senator Schuring, I know, has the difficult task of trying to figure out for Ohio, is sports betting going to become legalized or not? And a lot of what we think and do in terms of our sports betting strategy will be predicated upon that, of course. We have talked with sports betting partners. It's very interesting. I think, again, our story is unique. Potentially having the ability to have a sports betting location at a destination around the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio, is really interesting to those partners. Launching a fantasy league on their sports betting platform, really interesting to those partners. And so, when you think of companies that are already out there, like a Caesars, that's the sports betting partner for the NFL. The fact is that sports betting is a way in which guests and fans sort of interact with games now, right? And betting's been around a long time. Now it's just become, with technology, much more accessible. And so you're carrying around a little mini computer all the time, and it's easy to go to a sports betting sites where it's legal, and it enhances the way in which fans interact with and view the games. And so for us, of course, we should explore that. We're a sports and entertainment company, and our job is to be in spaces where guests and fans are, and that's what we're trying to do.
And before I let you go, I'll ask you any kind of timeline on, the Topgolf and the Don Shula restaurant and the hotel and the other things that we've been hearing so much about.
Well, remember, we opened our first hotel downtown.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. If you haven't been there, you should. I mean, the food and beverage is great. The rooms, the whole place is phenomenal. And I'm so proud of the team there and the work they're doing. But yeah, on site, we're looking to break ground over the next few months. And we have a 2-year horizon for construction. Now, that's not every asset. Some complete much earlier, and then some complete over the course of that 2 years. Our goal is in 22 to start opening new facilities and really have the destination start to come to life. Of course, the Constellation Center for Excellence, which you're showing there, will open this year, and that will bring a new vibrant feel to the campus. But we'll start to put those other pieces in place over the next couple of years, and we'll make announcements and more to come on that.
All right. We're excited about it. Michael Crawford, thanks for coming on. We will stay in touch and get an update again soon.
Thanks so much for having me. Have a great day.